By a twist of fate, I awakened the martial god Rafayel and forged a soul covenant with him. With this newly found power, I captured an enemy general and was given the title of Blade-Bearing General. The conflict at the border soon had a brief respite. At long last, there was a chance to breathe. Yet peace eluded me. My dreams dragged me back to the battlefield every night. Wildfires devour the land and war cries surge like a relentless tide. My heart pounds, each ragged breath searing with a raw taste of rust. My hands are wet with blood. I can hardly grip my sword. Opposing shadows continue to emerge in endless, merciless waves. A faint fragrance cuts through the smoke and ash. The warmth of a soft cloth against my cheek frees me from my nightmare's grip.
You're awake?
Rafayel? Military reports lie on the desk, their ink still wet. In the swaying candlelight, Rafayel's features gradually come into focus. Why are you here?
You're the one who told me to bring the intel. Did you sleep right through it? I heard a noise while passing by and noticed the door to the study was open. I thought our Captain General was staying up late. I didn't get an answer after calling out twice, so I peeked inside. Turns out you really were working hard, honing your Chin-Na techniques even in your dreams.
My face flushes. Who gave you permission to watch me sleep?
You wouldn't let me go.
Rafayel raises his hand, and I realize that I have been clutching his sleeve. I release him, and as I pull away, my hand brushes against the incense burner. The faint fragrance that cut through the smoke and ash drifts up once more. This scent. Unlike the usual incense kept in the manor, the scent slowly dispels the lingering stench of blood from my dream. Did you prepare this soothing incense?
I see the nightmare didn't rattle you too badly. You're as sharp as ever.
A warmth stirs in my heart as I watch Rafayel pick up the incense spoon and gently stir the ash. His sleeve falls back to reveal his wrists that are reminiscent of white jade.
When did the nightmares start?
Only recently. I think the first one appeared
After you became my soul's anchor?
I freeze, recalling what Master Hewland said. Our lives are bound through resonance, and the killing intent Rafayel carries will drain me. My nightmares are because of you. He told us the remedy is savoring life's joys, but it's rather abstract.
Seeking life's pleasures is instinctual for the living. Why would someone your age need to study it?
I'm about to furrow my brow when he leans in. His gaze is fixated on me.
The one who tied the bell must untie it. Since I'm the source of your troubles, why not seek the remedy from me?
You have an idea?
Life is too short, so you shouldn't waste your time on frowning. Wouldn't it be a failure on my part as your second in command otherwise? A deity's power stems from faith in the mortal realm. Accompany me to the General's temple. We'll draw divine power from the offerings to suppress my killing intent.
Why does this keep sounding more mystical?
You already summoned the martial god. Is there a reason to be afraid? The weather has been perfect for the past few days. It's ideal for an outing. We could climb to scenic overlooks, and if we find a clear stream, we can cool some fruit in the water.
I suppose you want to go sightseeing?
I changed my mind.
Huh?
Forget suppressing the killing intent. I'll grab some fruit and knock some sense into that thick head of yours first.
Over the past few days, Rafayel and I have been visiting the General's Temple near Yanshu. Today, we encounter a procession honoring the deity. The craftsmen are preparing for the art of deity hua or iron flower performance, where molten iron is flung into the air to create dazzling showers of sparks. But the biting night wind keeps the molten iron in the crucible from reaching the perfect temperature. The waiting crowd grows restless. Someone kneels before the deity statue and casts divination coins. However, the reading is murky and unclear.
It must be because the Vermilion General believes our hearts are insincere. That's why he's displeased.
I turn to Rafayel.
Why are you looking at me?
The martial god is standing right here. They might as well ask him directly.
I couldn't tell you what a clay statue ponders about on a daily basis. But if you ask Raphael, he'd say he hasn't seen an iron flower performance in ages.
A firefly-like glow dances at his fingertips. He snaps his fingers and a spark falls into the furnace. The furnace fire roars to life and bathes the space before the temple in brilliant light.
The martial god has answered us. Surely we'll receive his blessing now.
The artisans take this chance to scoop the molten iron and hurl it into the night sky. The martial god does possess incredible reverence among the commoners. As soon as the last word leaves my mouth, I turn. The martial god himself has already blended in with the artisans. Holding a ladle with a long handle, he manipulates molten iron. Oh wait, are you actually going to? Do you even know how to do it?
No one is born with all the world's knowledge. I simply asked the masters for some advice. Now it's time to put their words to good use. In any case, is anyone more capable than me when it comes to playing with fire?
You're not wrong.
Iron flowers ward off disaster and misfortune. Not everyone gets the privilege of seeing the ones I set off. You should find a good spot to spectate, lest you find yourself tiptoeing behind a crowd.
With an easygoing laugh, Rafayel strides toward the other artisans. My gaze follows him. Backlit by the furnace's glow, his figure seems to melt into the golden haze. Sparks dance across his billowing robes. When molten iron is flung into the night sky, it explodes into a cascade of brilliant sparks. They bathe the temple's eaves in resplendent gold. As the last iron flower fades in the night sky, the satisfied villagers disperse. I knew you wouldn't let them leave disappointed. Rafayel picks up 2 unopened jars of ceremonial wine and settles onto the prayer cushion before the altar.
Humans visit this place to seek peace of mind. Having something to hope for is what makes life worth living. Once the world finds true peace, there will be no need to offer wine like this anymore.
You're the only god I know who doesn't want the offerings to prosper.
Oh, as if you've met other gods.
To accept offerings is to accept the wishes that come of them. Everyone says the spectacle tonight, brilliant as the galaxy pouring itself from above, is a blessing from the divine. The followers receive their succor. I'm certain they will sleep well tonight.
And you?
Rafayel turns to look at me. The candlelight flickers in his eyes, and I'm reminded of when he glanced back amidst the rain of molten iron sparks. My dreams will be filled with iron flowers for tonight at the very least.
May every blade that haunts your dreams hereafter be melted in flames and forged into tonight's radiance.
The martial god's divine power that we retrieved from the general's temple has soothed the restless malevolent. The nightmares that plagued me for so long have disappeared. Upon returning to my residence, I retrieve the gift I prepared. As I'm wondering what could be the best way to present it, I see a familiar figure in the courtyard. Autumn sunlight filters through the leaves to cast dappled patterns on a small red clay stove. Wisps of steam curl from the teapot spout.
The water hasn't even boiled, and yet here you are. Your tea-mooching skills grow ever more refined.
Good timing beats an early arrival. Looks like I'm in for a treat today. I settle onto the stone bench beside him. The teapot on the stove has a warm, lustrous glaze that looks strangely familiar. Isn't this the teapot we found at the Vale Market?
Fishing out a gem from a pile of counterfeits is difficult. I can't let it gather dust.
Oh, is the water from the spring too? Oh, I must savor it properly to see what makes it so special.
When someone journeys across mountains with you to fetch it, the taste is bound to be different.
As we chat, a gentle breeze stirs, a fallen leaf flutters toward the teacup. I reach out to intercept it, but my fingertips unexpectedly brush against a warm hand. Raphael is just as surprised, his gaze meeting mine. Before I can pull back, he grabs my wrist. His gaze traces the contours of my face.
You look better. It seems you've been resting properly as of late. Dragging you along on that little adventure wasn't all empty promises, yes?
I haven't experienced any nightmares since our return. I should thank you. The brocade box resting against my chest seems to radiate warmth. This is the perfect moment. Raphael, here. It's for you. Curious, he accepts it and opens the box. There is a cinnabar ink stick. When I saw it at the shop, I imagined Raphael using it to paint iron flowers, rosy clouds, and all radiant beings in this world.
Is this ink for the martial god? I can search every temple in the land and never find such a novel offering.
It's not for him. The martial god's power may have quelled my terrifying nightmares, but it wasn't a deity from on high who watched the iron flowers and rosy clouds with me. Lively and real, he's the person before me. He filled my heart with joy and gave me something to look forward to. This is my gift for Raphael. Raphael runs his fingers over the brocade box, a hint of emotion stirring in his gaze.
The martial god answers prayers, and Raphael never leaves a heartfelt gift ignored. I already know what I'll paint with it.
If the fish lord is healing inspired, then I can't wait to see what you create.
You can't guess what I want to paint?
How could I possibly know? He picks up a brush from the table and traces the outline of my face through the air. The corners of his eyes crinkle.
You can't fathom it at all?
The water comes to a boil at that moment and mirrors my racing heart. There's flowing hot water in the teapot and the fragrance of tea unfurls and wisps.
Why aren't you speaking, if you truly can't guess?
Unhurried, he pours the tea into a cup and places it into my hands.
Sip tea and watch me paint.
Fragments of our journey together drift to the surface like tea leaves unfurling in water. What once seemed like ordinary moments now linger sweetly in this tranquil afternoon. They are meant to be savored.